Hi guys, Shavanna here, and we are back with the number 2 angel message from Archangel Uriel. Yes. And yeah, so we're going to get to that. And also I'm going to be doing a series along with my Faded Love series. It has everything to do with Twin Flame. We're all about Twin Flame right now with this 1111 portal. It is still operating. Also, I'm going to be doing the portal nodes, what I call the portal nodes. That's your lunar node. And we're going to go through readings on that and do a little information on there. But anyway, this one's about the on 1111 portal that was on November 18th, 2018. It was guided to, did some channeling and ended up into going down the rabbit trail, the Tesla's theory of everything, basically, how we manifest to the divine, the 369 theory. I'm going to leave a link down at the bottom from the gentleman's video that I watched here on YouTube, and it's fantastic, so it'll get you familiarized. You know, it's the sacred geometry, it's vortex energy, it's wonderful. It's about how we communicate as well through numbers. And I kind of do my own thing with my natal chart, and I do suggest everybody get your natal chart. Totally, you have to know who you are. You have to understand it and investigate it, and you look at it every day. I mean, and try to understand with the transiting planets and everything, what is going on with you. I mean, I know right now a lot of the divine feminines, they're a little grouchy. That's because we do have that retrograde energies, the portal, Black Lilith, everything that's going on. We're kind of getting a little spanked a little bit during our ascension. Yes, we were rewarded. Those who have come to a certain place in their growth process during our, because we're trying to ascend, and then there's just a few things we have to work on. That's just going to be human nature. We're not robots. We're not going to stay in a point of never having to learn or grow. And for those who did get the karmic cleanse on that 1111 portal, don't be beating yourself up if you've got some residual stuff coming back. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have triggers. You're going to have things that are just going to pop you back into the same kind of behavior. But that's your challenge. You know what I mean? All that karma, that's just it's not real. It's an illusion. It's just buried in your memory, and it should stay there forever. Actually, just forget about it. Enjoy your life. We deserve it for sure. Okay, so this is the number 2 message, and the Divine Feminines had a little bit of a hard one coming from Uriel the other day. Sorry, I got a hair in my hand. Yeah, kind of just, not all of us are kind of practicing a way of manipulation and control through bad attitudes or manipulation, defamation, not getting along with our mother-in-laws, baby mamas, all that kind of crazy stuff. We just don't have very nice home lives, or setting ourselves up for the future after breakups, and blended homes are difficult. Everything's too difficult, and it was just kind of a cry for the feminines to kind of get into some independence financially. And it was a challenge for them to do that, and actually not even a challenge, it was an absolute request to get on that aspect, because we all need to be equal going into our new earth, and we should all stand on our own. We're going to be doing things so new and so different. None of us even know what that is, but they're preparing us for that. So in doing channeling, there's a lot of us readers are coming out with the same message. So check out your favorite one after this. If not, this is for the Divine Feminines. I'll be chiming in on Divine Masculines. I'll be chiming in on Divine Feminines here and there in this sequence. Okay, so like I said, it's about the 369, and that's the way it came about. At the end of my channeling, I ended up getting, or actually throughout the day, it came in sequence. The beginning of the day, like in the middle of the day, and then at the end of the day, I was just trying to grab everything that I could grab, and then I had angel messages that came through, and I didn't recognize that until I did the numbers, and I was like, oh my god, these are angel messages. And Then they came to me as Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Gabriel. Today, we are featuring Uriel. You know, Uriel is the... I think there's people have some different versions of it, but this is how Uriel appeared to me. He as kind of the warrior. He's the one that kind of will stand you in front of God on your day of judgment. So, and that's not what's happening for us. I mean, everybody that's being grabbed and daisy chained and doing the work, and our poor masculines, I mean, you're going through a lot. We're all reaching out to us feminines to make your world a little better, for sure. But we need your help. We need you to jump in. We need you to let go of the non-trust, and the same way we've had to go through our emotions. We need you to have faith in us. We need you to remember that cosmic love, and that together we're going to move mountains and ascend solarly. And we need you to take back your power, ultimately. But in Uriel, he came to me about the divine masculines, you guys. He was like a warrior, and he was standing in front of me because he's that person, you know, you would go to, or not the person, guardian angel, and he was beautiful, tough. When you know you can't find your path. So that's why I think he's coming to you, divine masculines, because I think there's a lot of you that are a little confused. You've recognized what's going on. You're accepting your position. You haven't clocked in yet, but you're accepting what's going on. You're accepting your affection and that feeling you have that has been just a little bit outside the box of anybody else you've been dealing with in regards to your romantic life. And I can't even say with the twins that is what's going on any level about a romance. This is like your twin, like a sister or brother kind of thing. I know a lot of us are going through that. I think we all need to give the romance part of that a break and hope that we get there at some point. But right now we need to rescue our masculines. We need to calm our energy and be more discerning, and we need to lead, and on top of that we need to just continue to grow ourselves and take all the gifts we're getting in grace for the hard work that we've been doing. And I know that I'm completely grateful, especially to these angels that have helped me through this time, and blessed that the guardian angels, archangels, came through with some messages for us. So if any of this helps, whatever resonates, please take that. Also, I'll just throw this in real quick. I am on Facebook at Shavanna Lindensong, Instagram Shavanna Lindensong, and please like and subscribe down there and comment. I'll leave links and stuff like that to follow my series on stuff. You're going to start seeing a little bit of new things because the archangels, they just have been with me here. So I've got Raziel here with us too right now, and he's definitely pushing into some creativeness with me, and some guided information that's going to be really kind of cool. So you guys are going to get to see the outcome of that. But Uriel, so he's the one that he will cut paths for you. You call on that for him, or you call on him for that, excuse me. And then also he's the one that kind of walks you in front of God in your day of judgment. Not that that's happening, but it's kind of your day of judgment because we're running out of time with this shift that's coming. And you guys are being put through what I was put through at the beginning of this year, which is your spiritual boot camp. It's that just overall surrendering, your overall awakening to what's happening. And now you don't even know where to start. You don't even know where to begin. And as the feminines, we know it's to each their own. We don't even want to guide you on some level because of just the issues with trust and control. and the fact that we are working on ourselves still as well. We don't want to ruin the process. We don't want to jinx the part where you're finally at least answering the phone. You're answering the phone. So we don't want to mess that up, and we're leaving it to your guides and angels, and we will know when to jump in for sure. So don't give up on us, and because we have all the faith and love for you for sure. So and in doing that, I mean, here's what they're saying. Masculines, and this can go for feminines with masculine energy as well. There are some leftover pretty serious issues, especially with some of the activity that some of you masculines were doing while we were doing our thing here, and that's okay, because we understand, we get it, we're human beings, and we're doing the best we can, all of us. But then that's kind of left a little bit of carnage in the wake, and there's a lot of masculines, just like I had to. Uriel had me confront the feminines as far as their behavior in relationships at breakups, how they're manipulating laws. They're not really coming as a collective, not entirely, because there are plenty of women who are being independent in every way, and single moms that are taking care of their kids by themselves in every way. But there's lots that are using the system to not be all that they can be. They're on this journey, but then they're doing certain things that it's like the Midas complex, where you think you're doing good and everything and all that, and you've done all that growth and ascension, but wait a minute, what's this? Get up and go to work. You know what I mean? Like, help your masculines. Let's do this thing together as a collective. Take care of families and each other, and get along with girlfriends and fiancés and mother-in-laws, and change stuff. Just change the way we're doing it. Anyway, in a nutshell, you can see the video. It's called Cry to Independence. I suggest you check it out. So this is what's going on for Uriel, and what this is the message, guys, okay? A lot of it does have to do with legal situations, and this is what prompted him to kind of follow through with the message to the feminines. Well, so this is going to affect a lot of masculines that have issues in their third house, of course their sixth house, and their ninth house. 369 Tesla. Let's start with the 6, because all this number came about at 11:22 p.m., which is the 22 number sequence for twin flames and angel numbers, okay? And that was because Mars was in Pisces at 2 feet 2 minutes, or I'm sorry, 2 degrees 2 minutes. Jupiter 2 degrees 22 minutes. At 11:22 p.m. is when I wrote this down. Put those twos together, you've got 5 2s equals 10. Okay, guys, this is like a completion. This is like what's going to be a big pinnacle point in getting you guys to a point to where you can go to completion and join your feminines to get on to your life purpose and this cosmic mission we are in for this whole entire planet. Mars was in Pisces at that. Okay, so then we have, Mars is the ruler of Aries, and Mars is in Pisces, and Pisces ruler is Neptune, and Neptune was in its ruling natural sign at 13 degrees 42, and that was for 8. That equaled 10. Crazy. All the Mars in Pisces, Jupiter and Sag equaled 10. And then Capricorn is at the nodes. And Lilith's kind of hanging out there too. And putting the planets together with the nodes came up to 14, which equals 5. And 5 is another twin flame number. It's also the number of God's grace. So I don't want anybody to take that this angel message from Uriel is bad or negative. He's being very stern, and this has to happen. It's going to be cleared one way or the other. You guys are crossed that threshold, so you're there now. So now they're going to take you in their care, and they're going to move you forward as fast as they possibly can. And if you don't jump on it, they're going to take care of it for you. But if it's going to be a little rough and harder to and longer, ultimately, to get past it so that you can go into your new life too. Your new life with a new feminine, a new woman, reclaiming your masculinity, and and if it's vice versa, gender-wise. But it's we need you to stand tall and face the music a little bit, and be truly honest with yourself about the things that you need to change, or things you need to apologize for, mostly to yourself, and clear that karma, your own self karma. I mean, if that makes any sense. But not that you need to go out there and seek apologies, and maybe some of you do, and you're going to get that pull, and you're going to know. But ultimately, it's just telling yourself that, I didn't honor you as a soul, and I'm going to be an active part of taking control of my life back, and doing it in a positive way, and growing as a man into a new man, this new world of our energies, a new way of handling ourselves as individuals, independently, individually, as well as a whole, and coming together as a whole too, to raise our families, to provide decent homes, and that's not financial wise, not the biggest house, it's not any of that. It's about what goes on inside the home, the positive energy, the loving atmosphere for our children and for each other, because we're all still growing. I mean, we stop being kids, but we don't stop growing. We do have certain houses and stuff like that tell us where our damage is, and then there's got those other ones that are compensating to kind of help us grow continuously until the day we perish, and or we're trying to solar ascend so that we can go on to our even better place. And when we're trying to ascend together, so we come together as one. As we started, us original souls and old souls have been here for so long. It's almost like we are the way showers. We've cut the path. We've done our job. This is the last thing that we need to do to go home. After many, many thousands of years. And there's some of us aren't. There's, we'll have to go through the story about how the twin flame came about. And but it's very real. It's extremely real. I'm looking at charts now, and it's not just something we feel anymore. It's something that we can now, using this 3693 in numbers as the way, as we've always said, that they communicate, to prove that what we're feeling and what we're seeing and what they're saying and where they're guiding us is 100% real. The twin flame exists. We are to connect. We are to connect with our other alternate energy, or male or female, and masculine, feminine energy. We are to become independent and individuals. We have to wipe our slates clean and join together as one again, so that this, and teach, and these earthly souls who aren't going to be ascending with us even to the next dimension, let alone solarly, that it's an opportunity for everybody. And this is the blueprint for it. This is love. This is partnership. This is lead by example. We came here. We cleared the planet and adjusted things so that we could become a perfect, non-perfect species. But what everybody doesn't understand is that love is energy. It's not that reactionary, addictive feeling that you get when you see your person. Attraction, that familiarity is what basically attraction is for me, and it's wonderful and it's awesome, but that's not love. Love is energy. Love is what we transfer back and forth to each other, and it is so chaotic. We're ripping apart everything. So chaotic. Men, you don't want to love anymore. You're afraid of the word. You don't want to have children anymore. You don't want to marry. You don't even want to have a girlfriend. You just want to trip around doing whatever all by yourself. And we've gotten you, as mostly as a collective, not everybody. I know there's a lot of them guys out there with wonderful relationships. That's awesome. But we have taught you guys that you'd rather go without us. That you would rather not take on all your masculine wonderfulness and your energies and your intuition and your instincts if it meant you're going to either one deal with us or have children with us or marry us. And we've got to change that because we need you. You've got to be your masculine and we've got to be our feminine. And we've just kind of both gone to polar weird ends with that, and that's another thing that we're going to correct. But we do it one step at a time, and we do it by equally, but we need you guys to jump in. The energy of this correction for the twins has been really heavily weighted towards feminines. They're just way up here and you guys are just hiding behind the rock still. We need you to come out from behind the rock and have faith in the guides, our God and Goddess, anybody that you turn to. And right now Uriel is asking you to turn to him. I would do a meditation to ask him to assist you to find your path, to assist you on maybe some of these issues in legal aspects that you need to take care of, or he will. And I think you'll find, and he did say this to me, the ones that just take that active movement and who could be brave and courageous enough just to bite the bullet, go move forward and do what they need to do in aspects of some of these legal things that need to be taken care of. You're going to find that a lot of you are going to find grace, or that nothing will happen. It'll be maybe even some freakish miracles going on for you where the judge will be like, you know what, we're going to try something different today. We're going to do this. It's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be, as long as you're making that movement towards correction and getting it handled, because it's also causing problems. It's causing this stress. It's causing low self-esteem. It's causing anxiety. It's causing, this band of energy that is just erratic. And between the feminine behavior and then you guys trying to skirt everything, is you're just scared, and you're already ripped apart. You have no money. You have, we're sending our guys to prison for child support, and a lot of this does have to do with people who owe that money. Okay, it's money and finances. So think about how the angels are handling it. God and Goddess are handling it. They need you to get on board, but you have to take care of this, because not even one of you can be from an earthly situation like that. That's an obstacle. You can't let that happen. You need to join your twin. You need to make it through this boot camp and catch up to her, because the shift is happening really fast. I mean, it's from day to day. I get more this thing in my gut that it could be any time, and but I know that they're going to give you guys the time, but you will be pushed through this, and it's going to be hard, and but you guys are strong, and they know that. They know you are strong. This boot camp is going to prove to yourself that you are a divine masculine, and that you are tough, and like the Uriel when he has to put on his warrior suit, you're all that, And he's also wanting the masculines too, and feminines too, and this will be for both. It's me going back and forth on this between you guys. Start taking some pride in yourself, and as far as your physical appearance. You know, you're gonna find that does it a lot. Get up, take a shower, dress. It doesn't matter if you're going anywhere or not. Now, that he's not saying go out to the mall and go buy $200 worth, you know, because you need a new outfit to sit around the house today. No, it's take a bath, do your hair, put something on, and when you look in the mirror, it makes you smile. You know, and in an aspect, we're raising the vibration in our homes like that. It encourages others in our homes to do that, or even our neighbors. And it also promotes a lot in relationships, females and males. It'll make us want to be closer to one another. It'll make us want to be more sweet to one another. You know, when you look good and you smell good and that effort's being put forth, it's one of the easiest things that you can do to kind of bridge this gap. Really challenging everybody to start looking a little bit their best as often as possible. Every day is really the challenge. As the first step, basically, into our new lives together. Let that be the first thing we do, is to get up and care for ourselves. Protrude confidence, and everybody who takes that step and effort, and you look clean and put together and relaxed and smiling. It's not about physical beauty, it's about what you're emanating. And that is definitely a formal request. So, all right, so we'll move on to what else is being said here. So the ones that are be affected in the third house, of course, it's about community. People who may be suffering a little bit with their mental abilities, like you're forgetting a lot, or you're just depressed, or just not yourself. The ones that this is really in the whole life love situation, and this twin flame situation really got you down. Things who are dealing with early childhood things, even if you work with small children. So if you're in that third house and this resonates with you, also about your siblings. On top of anybody who has legal situations, especially concerning child support or anything doing with an ex, with financial, legal things, you have siblings you need to repair things with, if at all possible. We can't control what anybody else does, but we have to make a step to it. It's basically they're laying out to you and what a gift. Most people don't get this. What you need to reconcile in your life, what you need to repent for, what you need to, even if they don't, that's not your problem. You need to do it for you. You need to do it for your guardian angels. You need to do it for your ancestral karma. You need to do it for yourself. So take the accountability and try to do some repair work there. I definitely suggest trying to channel Uriel and your steps on your path, because he's also going to help you with trying to figure out how you can turn around your mental state. Do what you have to do for right now, but make sure you're just not putting a band-aid on it by over-consuming anything, no matter what it is. And myself as a reader, I have a hard time saying to anybody, maybe go to a psychologist, and no, I'm not going to say it, and pills, no, because, that's just, what's going on with you is the fact that you are out of place. You're in an unnatural state, and a manufactured pill from a pharmaceutical company is not going to fix it. Your spirituality is, your connection with your divine, your journey with your twin flame, that's what fixes it. And so that is going to be fixed, but be patient with yourself and not be hard on yourself. And to just take that male energy, that male way of pushing through something like an oak, and know that you can do it, and reach out. Reach out. Archangel Uriel is requesting that you guys call him in. They cannot help. None of your guardian angels can help you unless you invite them in. And they will do it in spades. Trust me on this, spades. All right, 6th house, community. Again, this is about your work atmosphere. Also, again, about hygiene. In this house, they're particularly picking on the ones who have the 6th house heavy in their natal chart, about making sure to make hygiene a priority, okay? And life is busy, yes, but start with yourself. Take care of yourself. You only gain everything from that. Get up and, do some self-love there. Any problems you're having at your job, try to remedy those. Or if it's just not working, surrender and let it go. Watch in this house too people who are having heart issues, okay? Especially Pisces and Aries. If you're at all feeling anything right now that is a little suspect, don't sit on that. Go to the doctor, because you're going to find that you're in a good stage to where it can be fixed. It's might not be that big of a deal, but if you continue on, it's going to be that big of a deal. And your divine feminine needs you. You're a twin. You have a responsibility to yourself, your current family, your cosmic family, the god and goddess, fabric of the universe. You have an overall higher purpose, and you must take care of yourself. So the formal request is to go to the doctor now and get that taken care of. Yeah, I think that's about it. And again, for this house as well, just make your apologies to yourself. Anybody you feel you need. Take care of any legal issues, no matter what they are. Most of this is dealing with families. With this, it's going to be the new moon in Sagittarius, full moon in Cancer. All about families. We got to get this situation stabilized and in a good place pretty quickly. Weeks, guys, couple weeks. So please get this stuff taken care of, and if you don't, they will, and it's going to be worse. They're actually extending a possibility that if you were to do this on your own, and depending on how everything goes, that you may find a miracle or two in that. If I were a gambling girl, I'd go for the bet where the miracle has the potential of happening, especially as you've got an archangel speaking to you through me right now. Pretty good odds. So, all right, 9th house. So this is of course, the house of travel. It's your religious beliefs, things that you resonate with in spirituality, those things you love, expansion. It's also that house of incarceration, where you're sequestered or okay, I'll take the person. There's just in this 9th house is a little testy. This is the ones where the things have gotten so bad that it's heading towards incarceration as far as your legal situations. So start making an effort that you haven't made before, that's kind of put you in this place that may thwart how long you would be there, and or if you will go. You may see a miracle as well. Watch what we are watch what we're saying and doing. Watch your anger. Watch your The people who have, heavy aspects of the 9th house in their natal chart will be hit with a lot more energy. And it may appear to be negative. It's just going to be completely overwhelming, and you guys are going to be responsive. Please watch what you're writing. Please watch what you're saying, who you're saying it to. Like, don't let, as an example, if you're in court and you're facing the judge, that this one thing trigger you, snap, and like, your world right now is that fragile to where you will be making your cause worse than better. Be super careful when you're traveling for like accidents and placing yourself in positions to finding yourself to get in trouble legally on any aspect in regards to travel. Okay. Okay, 9th house. You guys have definitely are in the worst shape here in this, and I apologize for saying it like that. But it's because of it, and then having to couple up with going through your boot camp in spirituality, you are going to be feeling intensely, kind of like our feminines are feeling right now, a little angry, a little grumpy. But with you grabbing onto a little bit of your power, there's going to be some of you that are going to think that you can steamroll that, but you're going to make your situation worse. Like, you're going to take that male energy back right now, and oh yeah, well, this is how I would want to handle it if I didn't have to do this or that. They're telling me to give out the advice just to please be as, find your zen, be as what you can with it. Try to do everything you can to curb that energy. Exercise. Anything that has to do with physical movement besides picking up a beer bottle. Anything like that. Hunt, go hunting, or do something you haven't been able to do. If you want to really fast grab back that masculine energy, grab back your power, do something you really love, whether anybody likes it or not. Fine, I'm gonna go hunting. I haven't hunted in so many years. Me and the boys are gonna go grab the dune buggies and go, and we're gonna go fishing or camping, and do those kind of things. Do those things that you can look at your significant other and just say, problem, but in a positive way. Okay, we're going through things too, and we're here to help and lead you guys where we need you to be and where they need you to be, where you would need to be for your own highest good. Do things like that, okay? Or if you're an artistic person, paint, draw, write, do your poetry, go see a concert. You guys definitely, use that creative aspects that are in you to channel that energy so that you don't find yourself in worse place and or getting in trouble. I discourage travel at this time. If you have to, be careful not to place yourself in places where things can happen, okay? Get the things handled with your children. Whatever it is legally that's going on, please take care of that right away. You'll find some miracles in that as well. Okay. So masculines, if you don't understand what's going on, it's called the 1111 portal. And this it's been happening all through November. It's still bleeding in through here, and it will, because we have those twin full moons that happen every year in November and December. They happen on the exact same day. And so there's still going to be moments where we're grabbing 1111 energy, or you know what I mean? The next one is December 7th. And these portals are opening and closing it. And you know what? I can't really even tell you when they're opening and closing. I just know those days are very key. Like today was a big shift day too. Or, you know, movement towards that shift. Big time. A lot of us feminines are feeling it too, is we're so keyed in. We're so intuitive now. We're so receptive. We're getting downloads like crazy. We're getting high-pitched noises. My last video had a high-pitched noise. Before I started this one, I got the high-pitched. We're getting downloads. It's like the North Pole at Christmas. You know, really, honestly, it's like the most fabulous way I think I could put it. You've got all of our workers around us just getting us all ready and shooting us messages, and they know the feminines are right there, and now they're working on the masculines. Now they can switch over to the masculines, and we're getting all these downloads. So start paying attention to, and masculines too. Gosh, getting in touch with your guides and archangels and guardian angels and ancestors. Ancestors have been huge in putting the twins together. Big at assisting. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to weird synchronicities, or your bodily energy. When you start feeling a little dreamy or whatever, to go into meditation. You're going to start seeing time shifts. You're going to go into like these time warps where you're like, wait a minute, that was an hour ago and it was only 5 minutes on the clock. What happened to me and a friend of mine, literally as we were driving, we were on one road as we were talking, and 20 minutes later we found ourselves on a different road. And we've gone on this travel trip a million times, individually or otherwise, and didn't understand at all how we ended up on this highway that we were on, because it didn't make any sense. We time shifted back to where he originally wanted to get on to the highway and did it, and he wouldn't let it go, so he manifested it, and we found ourselves there after we'd already passed it, like way past it. Very, very odd. Those are the kind of things that are going to happen. You're going to start being late, so be cognizant of your time, because they don't want time to mean anything to you. It's going to be a shakeup, and you guys are going to go through it a lot faster than we did. Nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. I know it's been tough and you've been holding back and you've been in a place of observation, and that's wonderful. That's the male energy. That's on par. But now it's kind of, because this is happening now, it's kind of put you in a really bad place as far as your growth and ascension and reunion with your feminine. All right, so guys need to clear your mind. This is what Uriel usually is a big help with, but you need to clear your mind of all your anger issues. Need to heal your heart in regards to past relationships, what other females have done for you. Outside of your divine feminine, you only have one right now, at least the one that you need to be paying attention to, and it's up to them whether or not they want that one to remain in your life. You don't have that choice. So I mean, you have the choice of whether or not this person's in your life, but as far as where you've crossed that threshold, you're all in now. And this is your person. This is your twin flame. This is the one you're supposed to be going through this process with. The one you're supposed to be doing your life purpose with. The one you're supposed to change the world with. It's a big deal. You gotta love her. You loved her for years. Open up. Just because you're in this 3D and all that bullshit happened, you're just gonna bypass cosmic, divine, true love. Now, it ain't easy breezy, okay? It ain't what you think it is. But it's going to yield you a gorgeous life and infinite abundance. And she's worth it. Guarantee it. So they want you to do that. You might start seeing, if you start seeing things like red lights, red rays, that's Uriel. Call on him. That's him kind of hinting at you. You may need to call on him, but he can't come in unless you ask. And he's here, you know, to kind of save those who just don't know where to go, don't know where to start, where, you know, as a whole. I mean, if he could put you all in an arena, I think he'd like to take care of you guys like that. And he's going to communicate with you masculines in a way that you understand. He is a man's man guardian angel, okay? And he has this warrior aspect of him as well as this light, okay? He may not communicate as like in a verbal way, but in a way that you as a male, masculine energy, he, old soul of this universe, will completely understand. That is why he's here for you. He is your best possible angel to guide you through your next steps. He will show you your next steps. He's especially here for you masculines who have prophetic abilities. I mean, like shaman, magi type strengths in your spiritual and psychic, intuitive. I mean, you harness something in the universe that you haven't tapped into yet, that has always existed in you, that is of a higher level. He's here. He's here for you because you guys need to go on to a little bit of a higher education, another boot camp, but in the form of education. Because where the females are stepping in their place in these positions as healers, empaths, psychics, mediums, channelers, the masculines are missing. You're missing and you're needed. So he's definitely here. He's going to be paying a lot of attention to you, those who have abilities. He wants balance in your life, okay? He needs you to be brave through all this. And he also wants you to promote awareness in your healing. That means that's not necessarily mean keep your mouth shut. That means speak your truth. Speak your truth. A lot of noise got on. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, so wants the balance in your life, masculines, okay? So bring those feelings forth. Speak your truth, but you also have to live in your truth. So no more dual lives, and you know what I mean. Dump the baggage, okay, guys? Dump everything that is not honoring yourself as a person or as a man, or who's going to be divine feminine or masculine. Well, that's what you're supposed. Well. Now it's like the feminines have to find their feminine back and the masculines need to find their masculine. But do what you need to do to heal, okay? And reach to your guides and angels. They're going to be there for you to help along with that process. And take care of these legal issues, okay? Anything, a lot of it does have to do with this child support, past relationship crap, whether it be a VPO, battery, child support, you name it. I mean, suing each other in court because somebody took the Bee Gees record, you know, those kind of things. Take care of all those things you need to. Let go of things that you should. If it's important, if it's not, then you need to let it go. You need to let petty shit go. In the legal arenas, this seems to be affecting mostly Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. And these are especially really affecting those when they're close to this Capricorn Cancer node. Portal that we have going on, that what I call it, I think the Japanese do too, I call it the blue dragon. It's just like a lot of stuff coming out of that portal, and some of it is being blocked, which is unfortunate. But know that your guides and guardian angels are trying to do anything they can to get as much of that karma shooting through that node, so that it can be remedied and reconciled, and then take care of it, so you don't have to hold on to it anymore. Even the blockages, but they need your help in doing that as well. They need you to do a meditation. They need you to start reconciling and repenting. They need you to start to walk in movement. They need you to make some movement in this situation. There's two signs that seem a little bit exempt from the legal issues, and that's not going to be everybody. But if I were to weigh it down, all the signs, and as these little gram weights, putting them on the Libra scale, the ones who seem to be a whole lot lighter in this aspect of the legal arena are Virgo and Pisces. Okay, and Pisces, that's crazy, because you all is the partiers of the of the zodiac. But for somehow, some way, maybe that's because of that. That's called God's grace, and something for you to pay attention to as you're letting some things go and growing. And you'll find that you're going to be doing that a lot naturally anyway. It's not going to be so hard in some aspects like you think. It's just happens once you surrender and accept. It's hold on, baby, hold on. All right, so but it seems like the worst, who's going to be affected worst as far as illegal? Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. Okay. And possibly Capricorn, just because it is that North Node thing going on there. Could be a little raw. Guys, I said it to the feminines, we need to stop the greed, okay? You need to stop hiding your assets and things like that from the ones you need to care for. You need to just step up and care for them and go through that process of changing things so that we can find a calm balance. The feminines are being worked on by their guides and guardian angels. It will change. It's going to change. It absolutely 100% is going to change. Everybody's attitudes will be changing as far as how we're handling each other during breakups. And when things need to be let go. But we need you to take that step in responsibility and accountability. The bad feelings for someone who is trying to take care of her children or his children. There are those who do manipulate the system, and there's those who don't, and that you do have a responsibility to financially care for your children and or physically be there for them, whatever way you guys make your agreement, to balance out this energy of caring for the family. Home is in such a dilapidated state. It is sad. And it cannot ascend to this new dimension in the state that it is. We've got to clear our minds of the way that we've handled things. You've got to open your heart to becoming, a partner to a female, and the female's the same way. You have got to stop being afraid of love, even for yourselves. We all are going to have that option of whether or not we want to be with anybody, but it's not going to stop us from having children or having relationships with one another. Marriage may become something that's entirely changed as far as what that means. And because feminines kind of, we feel the same way that you do, guys. We're burnt up too, and so things are going to change, and we are going to live in a very free world, vibrating effectively and with the universe cohesively. It's going to be a way different life, and you why not give yourself the option to possibly have it all? But it will be a choice. We're no longer in that position where, a woman has to now be married in order to have children, or she will be, socially fall upon, you know what I mean? Because even though people want to say that's not what's happening now, it still happens. It still happens, if we start becoming responsible people individually, I mean, we can take control of our lives, and maybe even teenage pregnancy, as hard as that is to say that, wouldn't even be a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, it's somebody's choice to have children if they're in childbearing age. But right now, when teenagers are doing that, it's pushing it on to the families that are already suffering, that already can't function, that already can't, take on any more, who are fighting personal battles and combative homes, and everybody just being rotten to one another and deceptive and tearing each other apart and taking down, defamation and manipulation and control. And it's terrible. The state of the families. It's got to change, and we need you, masculines, to take your part in changing that as well. If it's the feminine in your life, don't buy into it. You just be the best dude you could be, and watch how you get through that. Don't fall into it anymore, and stop running from it as well. Stop running, go to work, let go of your assets, take that step legally. You're going to see a lot of changes, and you might expect a miracle. Stop the hate. Stop the women hating. Stop the love hating. Stop the relationship hating. Stop the I ain't having kids hating. And anything you've done is shameful. Don't worry about that. Just face the music. It's going to make you look like a 10 times better guy. And other masculines' eyes, they'll be stepping up and just handling this and getting rid of this bad negative energy that we're all stewing in. This planet's like a crock pot. I swear to gosh. And don't worry about that. There is retribution for you, masculines, on those who have oppressed you. For those who have purposely sat on a couch and just spun their web, or, stirred their pot, and who just, every time you date a girl, wants to take it to the next level and getting back at you, who wants you to know that they have control of your life. And don't worry about that. God and Goddess are going to remind them that you have control of your life and that you are loved, and they're going to handle it. No doubt about it. And moving forward, since you've made this step, that's going to always happen. Reward for you guys is an abundance of all forms. You just need to find your life purpose. That's why you need to call on Uriel to take those first steps, and you will find it unfold. And if you don't believe in, you're in touch with your divine twin, shadow her, reach her for her advice, ask her how it went for her. She'll tell you. It opens up like a flower. You're not going to know it overnight, but it will be brought to you in divine timing. Okay. You got to eliminate these issues, guys, for forward movement. You're stunted. Not only are you stunted by your fear, stunted by the oppression, stunted by your own hate, your own excuses to not handle your responsibilities, but you're loved. Know that you're loved. Just apologize to yourself. This is detrimental. This is for mankind. And he will step in front of anybody who tries to interfere with you on your path, if you do it with integrity. And you got to do it. You have to do it with integrity. You have to. It's time to step up. Time to step up. Know that Uriel does not normally come out and put himself in the forefront to with the mundane. Yeah, of course, Archangel, he's always available. He holds the light. But masculines, your light is so dim, and the weight of that light is so heavy. He needs to give it back to you, and he's standing in front of you right now, ready to hand it over. Know that this is how big of a deal it is, how urgent it is that you get to that point where you can reunite with your twin, reunite with your mundane life and family to fix this, fix it. Do all you can. You can't control anybody else, but you make your steps to the best you can. That's all anybody can ask you to do. Stop the turmoil, especially where small children are involved. Trust that he'll be working behind the scenes. Don't dodge the truth in your life anymore. Don't dodge the truth for yourself anymore. Take a hard look. Be truthful with yourself. Be truthful about your life and change what needs to be changed. Because he will hold up that mirror and force you to look at it. And in a situation, especially if you're being resistant, if you're not taking this seriously, if you start skirting and going backward, guys, it's going to come at you fast. He will hold up that mirror, and all those things you need to be taken care of will dogpile on you. One way or the other, it's going to happen. And this is all about the highest good. Just know that it is. And especially if it comes at you that way, it is for the highest good. And if that miracle doesn't happen, it is for your highest good. There's something you're going to learn. There's a purpose for you there. There may even be that step of your life purpose in what you're going through. So just have faith. A huge word right now. Have faith. Have faith. The more you run, it's going to be the harder the hand. So just don't. Just don't. Especially those who have twin flame relationships. Stop running from her. You need to do your process. You need to take your time. She is in that understanding, as tough as it is. She has been spoken to. But those steps need to be made for communication. You guys, this will be a big waste of time for you if you do not communicate with your twin, because you cannot come together unless there's communication, unless you're talking and speaking, unless there's action that ties you two together past the cosmic realm of where you exist now as a split soul. In the 3D, this needs to happen. You need to see each other, talk to each other, start communicating. Stop running. Whoever the runner is, stop running. Okay. He cries for you to walk the walk, and that's for both divine masculines and divine feminines. Trust that he will guide you along this task. He wants you to have your warrior strength. Practice that male discernment that you guys are so good at. Nothing can be activated without action. Have humble observations and be loyal to your cause. Call on him for your path. He will show you. And if you've already taken those steps, like if you're a divine masculine who's recognized and is assertive and it's taken his steps to get on his path and you've already started your growth, you've already started your direct changes in your life, there's definitely going to be a reward for you. And through this next portal by the full moon in Cancer, there will be a huge karmic cleanse for you guys, just like it was for the feminines. So congratulations on those who are making those steps. And for those who get through the boot camp, your karma will be cleansed and you'll be able to breathe and head into this new world and your new life as your true self, your essential self, the soul person you always were, and head on to that oneness originally, and so that we all can solar ascend and head home. So you just need to stop your spiritual bleeding, okay? Uriel can do a little bit of shape-shifting, so every time you go into meditation or you're seeking him, don't be surprised if he comes to you in different forms. That's intentional. So pay attention to everything that may seem like a sign. Whereas feminines have to kind of back off of that, like not everything's a sign. You guys have to take everything as a possible sign. Just pay attention, be real, observant and resolute, and take everything that you can. You'll get to know him. You guys are going to have a really good relationship with Archangel Uriel, and he's going to pass you on to your personal guardian angels and your guides and ancestors. And you'll become more awakened. You'll be able to take those steps by yourself without having to call on your guides as much. It's a process, and you're going to be okay. Just think of his essence. You know what I mean? If just think of his essence when you're seeing signs and things like that. Is that Uriel? And research him. Everybody, if you read everything differently, he's going to come to you in a different way, even when you research. So that's why I'm not even bothering telling you any more about him. He wants you guys to pick up on what you pick up about him, so that you'll recognize when he's here. And he's going to aid you guys step by step. It's okay to pick up that Bible, guys. I'm a pagan too, and I'm telling you, I read it. pick up that Bible, because he's got a message for you here. And this is, I think this was Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, and yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. Proudly. When you guys think that you can't be pushed anymore, you don't have anything, and you just know they're behind you, moving you forward. Don't spend too much energy on that. Feel their energy, okay? They're not going to let you go through this alone. You're not alone. And you got your feminines as well. And we will throw you the rope. Absolutely, but we will not step in their way. But we will throw you the rope. And you're going to have to trust your feminine on what she's able to tell you and guide you, because she's at a different place and point in her growth in this journey. And there may be some things she has to step off of. So just have faith in the process and don't get angry or mad at her. And be sweet. Try to be as kind as you can be to one another, guys, so that we get through this next 3 weeks proudly. And feminines, have patience with your masculines as they are going through this. Yes, I mean, didn't need to go this way, but it did. That's the way it is. That's life. That's life. We deal with things as they are, and as feminines, we have to understand that we don't have that control. We're here for support. Okay? We are here for support, not control. Support. Masculines, get in touch with your feminines. Start communicating. Start making your movements. Take care of those legal matters. Call on Archangel Uriel. You see those red, like little red lights or whatever, anything red, that's a good indication. Start your relationship. Welcome to your ascension journey to the 50, gentlemen. We wish you luck, because we've gone through it and we've had to take a little bit of it, you know, here or there otherwise, but you know, that's the male way. It's the warrior way. You go out there, persevere, and bust ass, and join us, because we've been waiting. Alright guys, this is Shavanna here, and I really don't have anything else I was going to do. Maybe I will pull one little angel card. Let me do that. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate all of you. This was my life purpose, and I'm proud to do it. There's going to be some little bit of changes on my channel. It's going to be fun, because you know, spirituality and this whole twin flame thing doesn't have to be so serious and dogma all the time, you know. It's like, so I'm going to put a little twist to it. It's going to be fun, because that's what I am. I'm ready to join myself again. I'm ready. I'm so ready. So we're going to see a little bit of changes on the channel, and you know, and everybody, thank you so much for just this whole twin flame family. You know, it's very special. We've been here a long time, folks. We've been here a long time, and it's like meeting up again at the, you know, at the end of the stairwell, as we have this plane and then another stairwell that we see over there. But we'll be taking that walk together till we get to that other stairwell, and it's, let's tell you, it's nice to see you again. All right, so feminine females are prominent here. Okay, a few things. Divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided, and happiness is your purpose. Not just the feminines, masculines. Happiness is your purpose too. We're all here to be happy. We're not here to live in this misery that we all now have, or living outside our essential selves. That's not our purpose. Our purpose is to be who we are, to love one another, to understand what that is, to care for one another, and live on this beautiful planet on Mother Gaia with Father God and the Mother Goddess, because you guys, there is hope. Have love and acceptance, okay? Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. Start feeling that negative energy, just go somewhere positive. Whatever thing you could do, whatever it is that you love, start there. If it's not your feminine, if it's not a woman, if it's not anybody else, start with that car. Put whatever gives you that loving vibe, start there and stay there. There's that yellow light. There's the yellow guy. That's like for my Raziel, who's present right now, and he is something. Cosmetic little showpiece. All right, guys. So in going into this next dimension, the guardian angels and archangels will always be there for sure, but this is like their realm, right? You know, but in that next step, like where the feminines are, we have our ascended masters, and they are heavy with us as far as our guiding and messages and direction. And Lady Nada has been a huge part of that. She's part of the Lightworkers Council, and she's asking for you guys to have a heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. That it's real, that it's out there, that it exists. It's not what you think it is. It's not what you've been through. It's not what you've gone through in your relationships. It's not, that's not divine love. But open yourself up to knowing or getting to know what that is. Open your heart. But they also want you to give and receive in balance, okay? Like, don't. A lot of men have just stepped off their masculine role and are letting the women take care of them, and or because of their situations, just allowing women to kind of go through what they go through, to give. And while they sit back, don't do that anymore. It's going to be super important now that you've crossed that threshold, that you're giving as you're receiving, as far as where love is concerned, because that's love. Love is energy exchange. It is somebody giving to you their energy source, and in hopes that when things are draining and you feel that in one another, that you give that back in spades. That way there's always a reserve and you guys stay balanced and even. That's caring for one another. That's making sure that the energy in your atmosphere stays balanced. And that's not by one giving more than the other, one not working more than the other, one not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's having that overall care for one another every single day, and having understanding, and allowing people to be individuals, and allowing emotions, and not jumping in this cesspool of dogs biting at each other. You know, it's awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Gentlemen, you have a high responsibility in that. You are the less reactive species, and that's not fair to say. Maybe not going to the new world, but right now we're at where we're at. So have be that masculine that a feminine needs to, if she gets upset, okay? And try not to get her upset. Not right now. Not with Lilith and Pluto and all of the node and all this karma that's coming out to play. And the feminine's got a lot in their face too. They're going through this as well. And then spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Because watch it come, guys. I know you've been rough. But as soon as you do this, you're going to start seeing the most blessed things. And you're not going to receive your miracles in the way that you think you will. It's not earthly things, 3D. But all of that kind of comes together in a weird way, you'll notice. I'm not going to say anymore because... And somehow it ties all together, ultimately. But you won't see it initially like that. It's just a string theory. It's what comes around goes around kind of thing. They're very well aware of the world we live in, and as we're trying to change it, and it doesn't happen overnight. Not only the physical shift of the planet, but the overall shift in the way that we are living our lives, the way that we're governed, the things we believe in, the way we're handling our families and each other. And it all starts with us twins and ends with us twins. So thank you for jumping on board, masculines. Welcome. I appreciate you very, very much. We're here for you. And reach out to us. Trust us when we can't help, and trust us in what we're saying when we can. We are being where you are, and we will forever, as we always have been, here for you and loving you till the end of time. All right, guys, catch the rest of my videos, and please like and subscribe. I'm going to leave links at the bottom there, especially for the Tesla 369. We'll have one more angel message with an overall message, and they will tell me when that'll be. And as this happens, I'll just keep channeling and look for some changes. And I hope you like it. So, Shavanna, namaste, you guys. Have a good one.